Good morning. Welcome back to the print shop here at Historic Arkansas Museum. I'm Leon, and you kind of see me here a lot because, well, I like this place. And we're going to talk about our Ramage press today again, and you're probably going, oh no, you talked about that before. Yes, we have talked about the Ramage before, but this time, we're actually going to use it. This is a type of press that William Woodruff would have used in probably in this very print shop right here, well, or at least the original. It's kind of unique, and until you actually pull a print or see a print pulled on one of these presses, it's kind of hard to understand. So, the Ramage press, or the presses that were popularized by folks like Gutenberg, were very important. If you look at it, you think it takes a long time to do this kind of stuff, and it does. You've got to take your composing stick, you've got to line out your type, and you've got to do that for an entire page or an entire piece that you're working on. That's going to take a while. But compare that to handwriting, 100, 150, 200 copies of this. The printing press was a very important invention because it allowed us to mass produce books, mass produce newspapers. You can spend all the time setting the type for a newspaper plate, and then you can run that as many times as you need to, and it's a lot faster than hand copying this. The type we have on here today, this is a plate. It is not a type like Woodruff would have used. A lot of folks these days are starting to have these kind of mass-produced type pages like this. There's still people doing letterpress printing, and they'll use type like this to make it work. Now, this is where our paper goes right here. Of course, y'all have seen that before. This is our frisket. Now, what I'm going to do different today is I got some ink over here. And I got an ink roller. So Casey's going to get on over here, and I'm going to take this. I've got my ink on my brayer over here, and I'm going to roll it around. This is a rubber-based ink. So that sound is kind of cool. Just listen to that. I love that sound. We got enough ink on our roller, so I'm going to roll over here to the plate. I'm going to roll it over. You can see this is a clean plate here because I cleaned it up yesterday, but you can see the ink is now on there. Now, I'm going to set this back here. I'm going to pull down my frisket like this. Actually, I take it like this with the other hand. Hold it like that. Now I'm going to grab the tail. I'm going to make sure my platen is in the right place. I'm going to roll it under. And I'm going to pull. This is why we call this a press. You probably heard that before. This big block called the platen is pressed down into the paper. It's pressed down into the ink plate. Put that there for a minute. Roll it back. Get right over here for the magic shot. Ooh. Maybe you'll hear it. And you'll definitely see it. You ready? Wow. Hear that? And there is the reverse of what's on in our chase over here. So that's pretty cool. And this piece of metal here is called the chase. The pieces of wood around it are called furniture. These pieces right here are called coins, and they allow you to tighten and loosen so that you can get this in there very tight and have it exactly where you need it to be. You have a key that allows you to tighten and loosen those, and you redo this for pretty much every plate you do. This frisket here, this is our margin guard, and basically it keeps ink from getting on the edges of the paper right here. We don't want that to happen, so we do our very best to keep that out of the way. Now I'm just going to put this right here. I'm going to let it dry. Now, I think because I'm here, I'm going to do some more of these pages, and you guys can just sit and watch me. If you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the chat down there, and I'm pretty sure Casey will let me know what to say.
Absolutely.
So this is fun. When you're out here playing with this printing press, and it does kind of feel like play to me. I imagine if I did it every single day, and that was what I did for 40 years, it might be a little bit different, but it's a whole lot of fun to operate this press and to make it work. It's really fun to watch students come in and see this process actually happen. Because it's just awesome. I think you've performed a magic trick when you do this. And there's another copy. If you're interested in picking up some of the stuff that gets printed around here at the museum, please consider coming to our third Saturday education programming. You come out here, you get to walk around on the grounds, you get to see the print shop, you get to see probably James hanging out here making prints, and if you're lucky, he might let you work on it too. So that's a really cool program that's going on. We'll have cooking, we'll have different activities. This next third Saturday is going to be about the gold rush. And of course, the newspaper played a big role in that. Because how else are people going to learn gold? Let's see. Be very careful with this. There we go. One of the things about this printing press is not a modern piece of equipment. It's not something that's made to super exacting standards. So you really do have to baby it. You have to work with it because it's going to work a certain way. And it gets kind of picky. But it's still kind of fun to run. This ink is not your modern quick dry ink. It will take a while to dry. So if you come by and pick up a piece of paper that's been printed on this press, you're going to want to let it sit and not touch it because you'll get ink all over your hands. It's one of the reasons I'm wearing an apron today too, because this ink will be on you. You have to be very careful about it. So much fun back there. That's cool. All right. This is an ad for school supplies and school books. Sign us off. All right. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me run this print shop. I kind of focus more on this press than I do dealing with people sometimes because it's so new to me. Remember to come out and check us out on third Saturdays, and you'll get to see this thing in operation. I hope y'all come and visit the museum, even if you can't come visit us on third Saturdays. So everybody have a great day, and thanks for watching.